Emily had never imagined her life would shift the way it did. She had spent a full decade living in a calm suburban corner of Ohio with her husband, James. He had a teenage son from his first marriage, Michael, who had just turned 16. Emily had entered their lives when Michael was only 6. And even though she wasn't his biological mother, she had always treated him with the same love and care. At first, he kept his distance, still adjusting to his father's remarriage, but eventually their bond grew strong. She cherished him deeply and often told James that helping raise Michael was one of the greatest joys she had ever known. It was early summer when Michael's best friend, Daniel, began visiting their home more often. Daniel was tall, athletic, and bursting with energy, the kind of teenager who brought light into any room he entered. He and Michael had been close since middle school, and their friendship was unshakable. Emily liked Daniel from the start. He was polite, respectful, and carried a warm smile that could brighten anyone's mood. Soon he was joining them for dinner and sometimes stayed overnight after exhausting study sessions or long basketball practices. Emily genuinely enjoyed cooking for the boys, whether she made spaghetti with garlic bread or a comforting roast chicken with mashed potatoes. The way they devoured every bite filled her with warmth. One evening, she served apple pie with vanilla ice cream, and Daniel looked up at her with sincere appreciation. "Emily, this is better than anything my mom makes," he said. She laughed softly, her cheeks warming, though she assumed he was simply being sweet. As the weeks passed, she noticed that Daniel often lingered in the kitchen instead of following Michael upstairs. He'd help her dry dishes or chop vegetables while they talked. "You don't have to do this," Emily told him one afternoon. Daniel only shrugged with a bright, easy smile. "I know, but I like helping you. You make this house feel like home." His words pulled at something deep inside her. She wasn't unhappy with James, but their life together had grown predictable. He worked tirelessly in finance, providing well, but he came home late most nights, drained and quiet. Their evenings had become a routine of dinner, television, and sleep steady, but missing the spark they once shared. One Saturday morning, Emily sat on the porch with a cup of coffee while Daniel and Michael played basketball in the driveway. She watched Daniel encouraging Michael after each missed shot. "You've got this, Mike," he called, his energy infectious. Emily felt an unexpected warmth unfurling within her. She knew she wasn't falling for Daniel, she reminded herself firmly. But she couldn't deny the way he awakened emotions she hadn't felt in years. The joy of being noticed, the lightness of youth, and the distant echo of dreams she once had for herself. Later that day, Michael went inside to grab water, leaving Daniel to sit beside her on the porch steps. "You look tired," he said gently. "Are you all right?" She nodded, surprised by his concern. "I'm fine. Life just moves faster than I expect sometimes." Daniel tilted his head as he studied her. "Maybe so, but you make it look effortless. You take care of everyone." Her throat tightened. It had been so long since anyone really saw her. In the days that followed, Emily found herself thinking about her own life. She had once loved painting, but she had abandoned it after marrying James, pouring her focus into her family instead. One afternoon, while helping her sort boxers in the garage, Daniel came across an old canvas. "You made this?" he asked, holding up a half-finished lakeside sunset. Emily smiled sadly. "A long time ago." Daniel's eyes widened. "You're incredible, Emily. Why did you ever stop?" She shrugged quietly. "Life got in the way, I guess." He stepped a little closer, his voice gentle with encouragement. "You should paint again. You really have a gift." That night, Emily stepped into her long-unused art room and picked up a brush for the first time in years. As she painted, she poured long-suppressed emotions onto the canvas, reconnecting with a piece of herself she had buried beneath responsibilities. It became clear that what Daniel awakened wasn't romance, it was her forgotten identity. Within weeks, her paintings began filling the house once more. Michael and Daniel admired each one, praising her talent with awe. James noticed them too, though at first he didn't say much. But one evening, he walked into the living room to find her standing proudly beside a completed piece. "I forgot how talented you are," he murmured. Emily's heart swelled. She had waited years to hear those words from him. A few days later, James came home early with takeout from her favorite Italian restaurant. "You deserve a break," he told her with a softness she hadn't felt from him in a long time. As they ate, he admitted, "I know I haven't been as present as I should. Seeing you paint again reminded me of the woman I fell in love with. I don't want to lose that." Emily's eyes filled with tears. For the first time in ages, she felt seen. Daniel continued visiting, but Emily no longer felt any inner conflict. Instead, she felt grateful. His presence had nudged her toward rediscovery, reigniting a spark in her marriage and reminding her that life shouldn't smother the passions that make a person feel alive.